Hello, we are broadcasting from in the basement at an undisclosed location.
Hello, my dear audience. How do you feel? I feel great. Let's begin. This is Jeebs. He's a neighbor of mine, a jolly fellow, happy for the most part. But there is an underside to him, as there is in us all. As a neighbor, I try to look out for him. Now, this video is no judgment, and frankly, I don't want to make this video, for it's not good to expose people's shortcomings. In that spirit, names and locations will be swiped out for others, to protect the privacy of those involved.
Paint the picture, KM Hemmans.
I was walking outside my residence, a 3-story building in the city's east end. On a summer day, the sun shining, not a cloud in sight. And there they were, my neighbor and a woman I'd never seen with him before. I immediately knew it was a lover's quarrel. The sheer emotions wafted through the air like pheromones. She was baiting him, looking for a rise out of him, and he, in blind rage, was giving her just that. I walked over and got between them, nudging him backwards and telling him to come with me for a walk. He pushed back, seething at her, and she began to tell me all of her trials and tribulations. I knew then she was unstable, exhibiting zero inhibition, and telling a complete stranger information that they didn't deserve or earn. This is typical of mental illness. Now listen carefully. I say unequivocally that mental illness is not a joke or an insult. It is a product of many failures, and most of them not that of the poor soul suffering under its toll. I merely state that as it was an assessment. She was clearly unstable, and more than likely manipulating me into siding with her, or at least sympathizing with her. She was insulting him and being rude, in broad daylight no less, on a summer day with kids all over the place. At the very least, she was oblivious, and at worst, she was openly trying to get this man in trouble. That would impact the rest of her interaction with me. I pulled him away from her. My neighbor was furious. I don't know what happened, but I knew I had to separate them. After convincing him to walk away and calming him down, he decided he wanted to call the police on her. He is a big boy, and I told him in no uncertain terms that if the police show up, he would be the one in handcuffs. Ever heard of the Duluth model and domestic violence laws? Police are there to arrest people, not to be a referee, okay? If you want someone arrested or maybe even shot, then call the police. And remember this, that person might end up being you.
So what happened, KM Hemmans?
Long story short, I convinced him to let it go, and I convinced her to get going.
Well done, KM Hemmans.
Well done indeed, narrator. 4 incidents, 1 person. What a tangled web we weave when we practice. Now, a second incident happened with the same individual. It was uncanny. How much can happen to others when we are not around? This time Jeebs was on a bus when I found him, arguing with the bus driver, the bus in motion, and the driver, God bless her, was telling him to sit down. But Jeebs had no intention to do that. I told Jeebs to have a seat and let it go. Whatever it was, Jeebs had no intentions to do that. He was angry, incensed. He was slighted. He demanded justice. The driver drove many blocks. All along, Jeebs was berating her. She was a bad employee. He was going to lobby a complaint against her. He was going to make trouble for her, just like she troubled him. Now, after many more blocks, the city bus moved through the night, and eventually the driver had enough. He was to get off the bus. She wasn't moving anymore. Jeebs had refused to get off the bus, and so the police were called. Jeebs, get off the bus, I said. It's not worth the trouble. Jeebs, eyes reddened with anger. I cannot. I will be sending the wrong message. I pleaded. Please, let's go. We're only a few blocks from our next stop. I cannot. It's too much what you are asking. Now, even I was becoming angry, but this wasn't my fight. And so I told them both that this is unnecessary, and with that, I walked away. The night was dark, the summer breeze cooling to my skin, and in the distance, the blue and red of police lights could be seen heading towards the bus standoff.
Well done, KM Hemmans.
Indeed, narrator. 4 incidents, 1 person. What a tangled web we weave when we practice. Hey, boss. What up? I've been trying to reach you for a few hours. I was at work. Sorry, Jeebs. I'm home now. What's going on? Is everything okay? No. Okay. What happened? My tablet won't work. Can I use your laptop to set it up? What kind of tablet? It's an Apple. I don't use that. I use Android tablets. No. I need your laptop to use iTunes. iTunes can set up my tablet. I can system reset it. I can do that from your laptop. Sure, neighbor. I could do that for you. 4 hours later and 3 attempts later and 3 downloading iTunes attempts later, it didn't work. I'm sure you have to take it into the Genius Bar, I said. The Apple Store. Please, can we try one more time? Of course, Jeebs. 2 hours later, it's not working. I'll take it to the Apple Store, he said. That would be best, I countered. Thanks, neighbor. You're welcome, Jeebs, I said. 1 week later, I asked, did you fix your tablet? Yes, he answered. I went to 3 Apple stores. Why so many? I asked. They were very rude and disrespectful at the first 2, and I was kicked out. Incident 3. Message on WhatsApp. I have 1 week left for my trespassing ban. Trespassing ban, I asked. Yes, the lady across the street called the police on me. The corner store lady, I asked? Yes. She said I was rude and I was stealing, and so I'm filing a complaint against her. Hey, boss. Yes, Jeebs? Can you do me a favor? Okay, Jeebs. Can you get me 2 liters of Pepsi from across the street? I can give you the money for them. I can't go to that store, and I don't want to travel all the way to No Frills. That's the closest store there is. Sure, Jeebs. I can go for you. Now I'm thinking I have to go to the store every day for this man. What a tangled web we weave.